Last time on Wonders and Blunders.
Not all adventures are like slaying a dragon. Some of them are your friends fall down a hole.
Hey, Valen.
I thought I might come to help you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Now, how do we get out of here?
You hear Sky go, oh no, Down below, the two of you hear like an shh.
I turn around.
You see this little scaly blue creature
Hello.
out of the dark. Basically, you just see this massive reptilian head poke around the corner.
Oh, my trees. Okay, well,
I start casting
all
a
right,
spell.
you ready now? Because here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So you feel yourself like get very, very cold, but nothing happens.
It's cold enough already in tunnel.
You can't see into the next room because there's these tattered drapes sort of coming down. They've been ripped and shredded, and it looks like it is banners from several different kingdoms.
Should we charge in?
So as you enter the room, you see a pudgy kobold who sits on a wooden chair precariously balanced on top of a large anvil. In one hand, he has a staff with a big golden dragon head at the end of it, and he throws up this little gout of flame, and he says, "You ain't a Big Boss room!"
What have I got to do against these little baby rocks?
I don't even know. They're scary. Scary rocks. Level 1. Suck it. 21 to hit.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's pretty good, actually.
So it is pretty good.
10d10 sling damage.
That deals 4 damage. Then a second one comes flying in for 17 to hit.
That misses.
That one misses.
What?
Yeah.
You missed that earlier.
These
did
guys
you?
are not going to have a good time. So
Monster AC.
you hear like 4 whips as they let loose these little rocks at you. One of them does manage to sort of bounce off your scales, leaving like the feeling of a little bruise, and the other ones just clatter off of the bone armor and all of the other things you've created as they clatter to the ground in sort of an anticlimactic way. End surprise round. Rowan, it's your turn. You're first.
Would I have heard? Yeah, I would have heard that creature say.
Yeah, and he threw up, like, he used his turn to make a little gout of flame and yell at you.
Okay.
You know he's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout to keep a. Yeah, so I'll shout to. You guys might want to keep an eye on behind us. These little guys can probably swing around real quick too, and I'll probably look at Valen and kind of give a wink and be like, well, this is it. And then I'm going to leap through the flame and see what I see on the inside of that room.
Okay, so to go through the flame, you can make a dex, like acrobatics check.
16.
16? Yeah, so you were able to just sort of jump and compress your body into a little ball as you hop through the flames.
And that's my movement. So I'm seeing now the guy with the staff in front of me.
Yeah, so he's up on a now that this gout of flame has gone out, he is beyond where the torch can see.
Oh, okay.
So
I
he's
can't
back
see him.
in the darkness. You know generally the area he's in, but it is pitch black in here.
Okay.
Is the doorway still on fire?
The doorway's still on fire, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's, I believe, more than 20. Or no, I guess he would be in dim light. Yeah, so yeah, you can sort of see him.
Okay, I can see him. And how
Yeah.
far away is he from me? Oh, this is fine. I can just
Yeah.
So he's 20 feet. The first thing I'm going, he's got a big old staff on him. The first thing I'm going to do is you can kind of, I sort of scan the room, take it in real quick, and I do a little kind of twist with my right hand. My fingers kind of do a little grasping motion, and you'll notice something you haven't noticed before is I've got the tattoo that kind of runs up the hand and kind of disappears under the sleeve of my shirt, and it's little rhombuses that kind of take up the shape of leaves, and they kind of glow sort of faintly and kind of twist and shimmer as if a little breeze took them, and then fade back into the skin, and I go invisible.
Oh,
And
geez.
yeah, and I'm going to try to, using that invisibility, I'm going to try to get up as close to the side of the guy with the staff, if not even behind him.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you go invisible, you do need to try to hide if you want to try to sneak up on him, because he will see you go invisible and then sort of be able to track you from there.
Okay.
So do you just want to walk up to him invisible, or do you want to try to hide before you get up there?
Yeah, I want to try to hide so I can kind of come around.
Okay, so roll stealth.
Okay, so that's a critical fail.
Critical fail? Okay. So you start running across the room, and it just like kicking up ash off the ground from all of these recent cooks that they seem to have had. And you can see him sort of looking and tracking
That's okay.
as you're walking towards him, but you do get up to him.
Yeah, okay. And I think that's my actions.
Okay, then it is Star.
Oh, cool. I'm also outside the room, so I'm gonna jump in through the fire.
Okay, make an acrobatics.
Okay. Pass probably 27.
Yeah, for sure. You make it. You're able to sort of dive through. This is like barely burning at this point, and you can tell it's going out pretty rapidly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I still have my movement, I guess.
Yeah, so that would have been 5 feet.
Okay, then I'm going to run up to the main guy who's standing on the chair.
Yeah.
And post up.
Okay. Okie dokie. Then it is Kara.
Okay. All this diving through flames, that's a bit intense, isn't it? And now I'm out here with a child and a skinny, delicate wizard fellow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Balin flashes you a smile.
I think I'm going to hold up out here. Can I see through the flame at all?
Yeah, you can see through the flames.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to come up to the outside of the door, and if I can aim from here, I'd like to toss the fire in my hand at that fellow.
Okay.
With the staff.
Go for it. Make an attack.
I don't think that hits with a 9.
No, it does not. The flame sort of soars past him, and you see him like move back out of the way and just go like, aha, no, Big Boss, and do a little dance. Ben.
Ben sort of, he's like frozen up in his eyes, or he's very wide eyes, and he takes his shield off his back and holds it up, and I will dodge.
Dodge? Okay. So disadvantage on anything that would attack you.
Correct.
With that, the kobolds, you can see 2 of them pretty clearly. And actually, as that fire got launched back to the back, you can see in the back corner of the room, there are 2, and they've all just been posted up waiting for you to come in. One of them in the back you see has all sorts of like cages and gadgets and nets all over him. And he is going to take out a pot, and he's going to throw it at the doorway. So Kara and Bree and Ben make a dex save.
9.
9.
11.
20, not natural.
Okay, so Kara, you dive out of the way. Bree, you just get hit with this pot. And it like
Less of a dive, more of a shrug.
Yeah, this pot comes sailing through the air, and I think actually what happens is you are just able to smack it with your trident, and it moves off to the side and like splashes on the wall, and the heat sort of comes at you and singes some of your scales. And Ben, you are down behind the shield, and you feel that heat sort of wrap around the shield. Neither of you are coated in this alchemist fire. But Bree, you take 3 fire damage, and Ben, you would take 1.
God, I have all these hit points. I would be down if I was most of you right now.
Yeah. Then,
Yeah.
Yep.
Then the other 2, the 2 up in the front are going to run up behind Star to try to save their boss. And they're going to take swings at him with. They take out daggers and sort of try to plunge them into your back, Star.
Okay.
So that is
Don't let him do it, Rob.
one of them's an
I won't.
18 to hit.
A what?
18
Yeah, 18 hits. My AC is 16.
is 16. Okay. So you take 3 piercing damage as you see them, like you hear them coming up behind you, and you swing your rapier around. One of them comes in to try to stab you, and you easily just smack that to the side. Doesn't even come close to you. And the other one comes in, and you just catch it with that hilt of your sword, and it sort of cuts across your knuckles as you sort of wrestle it away from your chest. And then the other kobold in the back is going to run straight out a tunnel, which is out the other side. Yeah, just that way. And he disappears around the corner of the tunnel.
Great, we've killed one.
Bree, your turn.
That's what that means.
Can I reach this pot throwing kobold?
He's down in the back corner.
I am in the room, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
What's your movement?
30.
30? You should be able to.
Cool. I mean, I
You
think
can
I'd
go
have
diagonal.
to take an
Yeah,
attack of opportunity.
You can go diagonal.
Yeah, you could take an
Yeah.
attack of opportunity and go through.
I'm not gonna do that. Then I'm just going to pounce on this first guy,
Okay.
and I am going to make a grapple check
Okay.
on my first round.
He rolls strength.
It doesn't matter. It's a critical fail.
Get him out of the way.
Oh my god, he rolled an at 20, so
Yeah,
strongest kobold alive.
he's really slippery. Yeah, he can roll athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I try to kind of grab onto him, but
Just
he
like
keeps
crawls up your shoulder and around the back and back
flipping
down to the
around.
ground.
Well, yeah, you grab actually, and he slips out of all. They're also wearing these like patchy, disgusting small animal furs. So you actually just come up with all of those furs in your hand, and it slips out under, and you just see it's like blue, scaly skin as it comes out with the little sling and dagger ready to come at you.
Great. As my bonus action, I'm gonna use Hungry Jaws and attempt to bite his unfurred hide.
Okay,
That is a 19 to hit.
that certainly hits.
Cool. It does 5 damage
Okay.
as I sink my teeth into him and tear off a hunk of his flesh, giving me temporary hit points.
So you grab and you pull off all these furs, and it comes out and goes like, and you hear it as you almost as big as dragon, and then you bite its head off and spit it out, and it just falls lifeless to the ground. Then it is.
I would like to roar if I can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah, I'm gonna roar loudly.
Then it is the fella up on the chair, and he holds up his little dragon staff, and he says, I'll serve the big boss. And who's there? Bree and Star.
Yeah.
Make wisdom saves.
Oh, it's not the one that I'm good at.
Oh, I'm okay at wisdom saves,
Come on.
surprisingly.
I got 16, actually.
I rolled a 2, so 4.
4. Okay. So he raises his staff up, and you see it brighten. And as you look at him, Star, you feel this sort of kinship form between you and this kobold. But then you just remember that it's a terrible little beast. Bree, you feel like this is one of your pups that needs defending.
No.
You've become
No.
you've become charmed by it.
God.
And then it is going to.
If all these cats hadn't ran in my way, I was gonna die for him on my turn.
And he's going to jump off of his chair and try to run out towards where the other one ran.
So do we get opportunity attacks?
You do, yeah. Both of you get opportunity attacks.
Would I? Opportunity attacks is not sneak attack damage,
He is within 5 feet of someone, so you
and
would
I'm
get
invisible. So yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So do we both get it, right?
it. Yes. But he doesn't know that.
Sweet.
He also thinks you might be charmed.
18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Sweet.
I got a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that is also a hit. Damn, I was like, he's got pretty good armor. Maybe he can do this.
I did.
One extra.
Hard to run away from rogues.
I did 14 damage.
Holy shit.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
10 and 14?
A little easy 24 damage. That's fine.
So he's like, he's like, you never catch fire. and he like limps away as you slash across his back. You like tear his robe pretty badly, and you can see that you might have nicked his back. And he like holds out his staff to try to hold off Star's attack. He doesn't even see yours coming, Rowan. But he holds out his staff to try to hold off Star's attack, and it just slides down and cuts across his hand. And he's just like, ow, 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 as he starts making his way across. And he looks exhausted.
Yeah, when Rowan goes to make his attack, you can't. He's invisible, but as he moves, the knife becomes visible if you're paying attention, and then it's almost like leaves were blown away as he sort of becomes visual and sort of like a dappled kind of effect as he becomes visual to the eye again, and the knife hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Sweet. Valen, your turn.
So has he moved away?
He has moved away. Yeah. So he's right at the mouth. He would have enough movement to as well, I think, get around the corner. Yeah. So he disappears from sight around the corner as well.
Yeah.
But you hear him going, be like, oh, ow, oh, pointy. Oh, it's so pointy.
Can I see the one with the contraptions over in the corner?
From there, through the dim light that's from that cooking fire, you'd be able to see him. Yeah.
Then I will make that same swirling hand motion and then like a pull back towards me, and he can make a con save.
A con save, okay.
DC 13.
He fails.
Then he will feel sort of ice sort of like gather across his body. He's going to have disadvantage on any next attack roll that he makes, and takes some damage. I think that's just one gold damage.
You see him start to shiver, and he pulls his little badger hood up. So now he has a little badger face while he stands in the back. And with that, the fire in the doorway goes out. And Rowan, it's your turn again.
I can't see these guys now, right? They're
they're around a corner. Yeah.
Is it with the fire out? Is it just black now?
No, the cooking fire is still there, so that's casting a dim light. And there is the 10-foot fire is gone, but the torch is still there. So,
okay.
Valen's right close to the doorway, so that side of the room is lit. You can see this kobold who's next to Star.
Yeah, and the inventor, I would imagine that's right beside me.
Yeah.
I would take care of that first. So I'll turn to the inventor and make an attack on this guy.
Okay.
I wouldn't get sneak attack, I'm guessing, on that.
No. Or are you still invisible?
No, I would become visible again once I made the attack.
Okay, yeah.
That is I don't remember what 5 to hit. So that's an unnatural 20.
Yeah. Very much.
And for 5 damage on that guy.
5 damage, yeah. So he like holds his hands up as if he's going to try to block you, and just realizes he's holding a net, and you just move your hand right through it.
Yeah. All right. And but yeah, I'm just like locked onto this guy, kind of keeping track of his movements.
Oh, he's dead. How would you like to kill him?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Yeah, as I'm kind of like in front of him, sort of crouched, almost like a goaltender in like a soccer game. I'm kind of doing those sort of things. Then I kind of swing in with the dagger through the net, and kind of expecting resistance, but instead it sort of sinks in, and I kind of watch him fade, and it's like, okay, and then I'll like kind of turn quickly and watch the other one as that guy drops behind me and thuds.
Yeah, so he drops to the ground and just becomes a little badger skin rug, soaked in blood. Star.
I'm surprised at how easy it was.
I'm going to run to the corner, and I'll take the opportunity attack from the kobold that's next to me.
Okay. Oh, you're going after him? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that kobold is going to take a swing. And he misses. So you just are surprisingly quick and get out of his way. And he dives after you and sticks the dagger into the dirt.
Okay. And I guess I'll get to the corner. So if I get to the corner, I must be able to see them.
Yeah, so you see the two kobolds around the corner here. And one of them looks like it's trying to hurriedly set up tripwire. And the big guy with the cape, Big Boss, has moved past him.
Can I do a front flip over both of them and try and cut them off?
Yeah, do an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yes.
So you run around this corner, and you see them standing there trying to get this tripwire up, and there's not enough room to do a full backflip, but you jump and turn your body just parallel to the ground and just sail between their heads and the ceiling, and then kicking off the ceiling, you're able to sort of superhero land in front of them and cut off their exit.
Okay. Would a nat 20 give me an attack?
Yes.
Okay, sick. All right, I'm gonna attack the one that I already the wizard guy.
Okay,
the big boss. The big boss.
Big Boss.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 12 to hit.
12. That he watches you in awe as you flip over his head, and then you come up with your rapier, and he actually manages to poke your hand with his staff and throw your hand off to stop you from hitting it.
Okay.
Okay. Then it's Karadov.
Okay, so the fire's out. Valen, that pot back in the corridor, I think we should grab it just in case. And then I'm gonna come into the room here and sing-song my little fire summoning chant.
Okay.
And toss it at the kobold that's left in here.
Perfect.
That is 12. No, 13.
13. That is a hit.
Okay. For 3 fire damage.
For 3? Okay. Yeah, so you fling this flame, and it just hits the back and sort of lights some of its furs on fire, and it just tries to put them out. Yeah, you can smell him start to cook. Do you want to move or anything?
I just moved through the doorway, but I think I'm gonna stay just off to the side of the doorway.
Okay, perfect. So then it is Ben.
Ben turns and is going to run back to that pot.
Okay.
And grab it.
Sure.
And bring it as far back as he can.
Back to the so you'd be able to do that in one set of movement. You can get right back to the door.
Okay.
is
He's just
that
like,
all?
I got it. I got it.
Okay. So then it's that kobold's turn, and seeing that it's now surrounded in this room, it is just going to run after its comrade. So it's going to try to run out the back as well. I don't think anybody can get to him.
No.
A real traffic jam.
Yeah. So he comes around the corner and sees that way is blocked, and he takes out his dagger and gets ready to try to jump Star. Actually, he didn't have to disengage, so he's actually going to fling a sling at you, Star.
Okay.
Oh, no. So that's a hit.
Rat.
So this another 2 damage.
Oh, that's not good.
So this sling gets let loose at you, and in the low light, you can barely see what's happening back here. And it comes flying and just skims your whiskers, and you have to throw your body prone to get out of the way of this rock. They're small, but they're coming at you like projectiles, and you hear it just ricochet off the walls and bounce down the hallway behind you.
Okay.
The other one is going to try to finish its little trap. So you see it hoist a pole and pull it down, and above you see he set up this net above the doorway, and he finishes tying off a string to that. Then it's Bree's turn.
Great. I don't see this.
No.
I just see a bunch of them turn that corner. I am going to run full speed towards them, pulling my trident out and just sticking it in front of me to skewer down that hallway.
Okay. So make an attack with disadvantage.
Because I assume I also can't see down this
You
hallway. 'cause
cannot
it's
see
pitch
down this
black.
hallway. I should have given you disadvantage to Star, but no, you have
Yeah,
dark
no,
vision.
I have dark vision.
That's right. You're fine.
12.
12 is a hit
Oh.
Oh, nice.
because the first one you're gonna hit is the regular guy.
So was that charm effect just like one turn or
Well, he can't. He won't be able to attack
that guy?
the
Oh, okay.
the other
I
guy.
mean, I can't even see what I'm hitting.
Yeah.
6.
6
damage.
Okay, yeah. You just so Star, you see this, and as this rock sails past your head, and you look back up, and then you just see from around the corner this trident come and just skewer one of the kobolds. As it's the same one that threw the sling at you. So he's just like, "Nah, we get you," and just gets dug right into the wall.
Oh.
And he drops dead. Then it is the sorcerer's turn,
Oh, Big Boss.
and he is going to.
Kill Star.
Yeah.
No, he actually sees his friend, and he sees himself skewered or pinned in between these two big threats. So he actually, you see him raise his own hands up in the air, and he shakes and go, big boss, very, very fast. And he taps his own head. And he is going to try to sprint past you, Star. So you get another attack
Okay.
of opportunity on him. As you
All
see
right.
him just like, he starts to blur and kind of dodges to both sides really quick. And you see he's like lightning fast now, but he's going to try to run past you.
Okay, I got 17 plus 7 is 24 to hit.
Actually, sorry, I'm wrong. This is a bonus action spell, so he's going to disengage as an action.
Oh.
Yeah. So he actually, he gets really, really quick, and he just slides between your legs and comes out the other side, and you just see dust, basically, as he runs out of sight.
Fastest kobold alive.
Yeah, so you can actually see, Star, that out here, it splits into two directions,
Yeah.
and he takes the left path.
How far does he go? I mean, he's going like.
You see him move 60 feet, and he keeps
Okay.
going.
What? Oh my god, what the fuck spell is that?
Oh no,
Okay,
he goes
cool.
60 feet. So you see him, you see him get around the corner. You don't know how far he goes beyond that.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I guess that was really my question. How far away is the corner that he turned around?
Pretty far.
That was a 60 feet away down the hall.
Okay.
Yeah. When you cast this spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your other turns, he can dash. So he just gets double speed. So yeah, he moves 60 feet.
Expeditious retreat.
Yeah. He's sprinting.
Great fucking spell.
Valen.
I will. I think as far as I know, the enemy's around the corner, so I'm gonna run. It'll probably take a dash to get to the corner. Hey. So I'll run to the corner. I'll bringing the torch with me at least. So there's light around the corner now.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you see the one kobold trapper left.
Yeah.
And he is just like looking around like a little caged animal. He's like, and his boss just ran away.
Can I in Draconic say, drop your weapons?
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
I mean, it's a 19 plus. I think it's plus 4, so I think it's 23.
So he says, "Yeah, sure thing, new boss." And he in Draconic, and he drops his dagger in his sling. And he also like looks at you and then points down at the trap he just set up.
Oh.
And he's like, careful. You said good trap.
Careful, Bree. You may want to watch your step. And don't eat this one.
So then it's back to Rowan.
I'm in the room and I see Benji and I see Kara. Nothing coming behind them that I can see, so I'm just gonna come around the corner as well.
Okay.
And see what all the fuss is about down this side.
So you guys gather up around there. You see this one kobold who has surrendered, and he's pointing at the trap that he set up, and he's like, no hurt. Me make good trap. Star.
I'm gonna look at the kobold sitting there, and I'm gonna look down the hallway. and then I'm just gonna kind of like sort of hiss, like, and then just say, I'm going after him, and then I'm gonna use feline agility and move 60 feet down the hallway.
God dang. Okay.
Knew
You
that
catch
was
up,
coming.
so you get around the corner and you see the kobold sorcerer is standing there, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, so I'm thinking feline agility. I'm on all fours, just like sprinting full speed,
Awesome.
and then I'm gonna sort of like skid to a halt and like rip out my rapier again and just take a swing at him.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
That is a 14 to hit.
14 is not a hit.
Oh my god!
Yeah, again, he's still like vibrating really quick, and the two of you are just like lightning fast. You like stab your rapier at him, and he moves out of the way, and you slash it up, and he ducks backwards, like his body just twists at a 90-degree angle. And then it is Kara.
Benji, don't stay behind. And then I'm going to move up to the group here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, or just move up with the clump?
I'm going to summon back the fire to my hand again, just
Okay.
to hold it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you cast a bit of light in that room. Then Ben, it's your turn.
Benji's just kind of like nodding and like follows after Kara, and he kind of says like, I wasn't gonna stay behind. And then he
Okay.
just catches up with the group.
So then it is the kobolds. So it's only the one. And he just says, wait. And then he takes his trap down. And he's just holding this like bunched up net. And now that he's holding it, you can see it's just like full of little centipedes. And he's just holding this net of centipedes. Some of them are like falling out. It's not a great way to keep centipedes. One of the worst ways, one would say. But
I was wondering about that.
yeah, he's holding it in his hands, and it's just sort of wriggling around. They're pretty big. Like, they do have a hard time getting out, but some of them are definitely falling out and skittering around on the floor. Bree.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry. You were supposed to be making wisdom saves at the end of your turn. So you can make 2 wisdom saves to see if you're still charmed.
Oh, sure. First one is 19.
You're up.
Yeah, great. I think. I guess maybe I just like slam this creature against the wall and take off into the darkness.
Yeah, with Valen there is 40 feet of light.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can only move 60 feet if I dash, which I guess is what I'm doing.
Okay. So you make it almost to where you can hear Star and this other kobold fighting in the darkness somewhere ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you don't quite reach them if you dash.
He gets shoved up against the wall there. Okay.
Then it is that sorcerer's turn. He is going to disengage again.
Damn it!
And he runs into the big chamber ahead. And he just goes, "Oh, help! Oh, big trouble! Big trouble!" And you hear from in there, "Shh, shh," as he makes his way in. Then it is Valen.
I will say to the kobold in front of us, "Where is the female cat lady?"
He says,
prisoner. We need clear tunnel. She in cage. That way.
and she points to where they ran.
Where they ran.
Yeah.
That's probably all I can do on a turn. Like one question, probably, right?
It's a question. You have this guy, so you don't have to like persuade him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have an action if you want.
You're coming with us, and I'll sort of just sort of grab one of their wrists,
Okay.
and start walking down the hall after the others.
Okay. So
but
he
walking, not dashing. So just
he
30 feet.
nervously goes along with you, like looking around at everyone in this hallway. You can see his eyes are just super wide in fear. And he, as he's walking, puts up his little badger hood. Rowan.
Yeah, as we're walking, I'll walk with them the 30 feet. As we're walking, I'm going to ask that kobold if there's anything besides you in here, like anything bigger than you guys in here.
He says, "Oh yes, yes, big stabby mama. Oh, she bad.
No, well, that sounds like a pickle then.
Yeah, she bad. Good, big shush always. Oh, she come.
Oh dear. Well, all right. Well, let's get Sky out of here real quick, and then mosey on. Pretend we didn't come down here at all.
Okay.
We're all sticking together, right?
Not me.
No,
Dave, run the other direction, Dave.
Fuck you, Dave.
Shout while you're doing it.
It's so loud. You couldn't give away our position.
Star.
Can I still see the sorcerer?
You can, yeah. He ran into this room, and he. How far is that? You have 60 feet. He's right at the edge of your dark vision, but the hallway doesn't curve enough for him to get completely out of your sight. You can see it opens up into a larger chamber, and you can see him looking around the room, sort of like whispering.
So he's 60 feet away from me?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
he dashes as a bonus action with Expeditious Retreat.
Okay, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm not going to move, but I am going to throw a dagger at him, I
Okay.
guess with disadvantage, because the range is 60.
Yeah, okay.
And, so the first one is probably not a miss. No, I miss.
Oh, okay. So you throw the dagger and it clatters into the room. And you hear like, "Noah! Shh, oh, shh, oh." So good. Karadar.
How many were there?
What's your passive
I
perception?
counted 2.
Yeah. You've got a perception of 12. You there's at least 2.
Okay.
Is there any light coming from that room?
There is not.
I'm going to cast Longstrider.
Yeah, the greatest spell. Okay.
and catch up with the others.
Okay, great. So you're gonna catch up with Bree and Star?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
Oh no, because I was back, and they went ahead of me and
And
Benji.
Bree dash, so you can get 40 feet up to because Bree moved 60 and was a little bit ahead of you, so you'd be 15 feet away from Bree.
I think
with Longstrider.
I think I'd actually just be barely ahead of Valen and Rowan because because
back in the
I
room.
was back in the room. And
Oh,
moved
you hadn't
ahead.
come around the corner yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is just
Cool.
because we moved the map back.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see nothing. So
Yeah.
well, you can see what's in the light,
I
but
can
Bree
see-
is charged out
yeah.
of the light. Then it is Ben.
Benjamin will dash his full 60 feet forward.
Okay, so that would put you around.
Puts his little head down and cooks.
Okay, so you.
Because he can see all this shit.
Oh yeah, you can see everything. That's right.
Yeah.
So you would get to that corner, but I don't think you can see the sorcerer from there. Yeah, he's outside your dark vision. Then it is the kobolds. So yeah, the little guy he's just following. He's still got his hand in your hand and just walking along with you. Bree.
Oh, wow, I've never had this much of a hard time figuring out what I'm going to do on a turn because I can't see anything.
The dark.
I am going to dodge as an action and move 30 feet down the hallway.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that gets you most of the way to the room. Then it is the sorcerer who is going to try to take cover around the corner. But first, he takes his staff up and smacks it on the ground, and he swirls his hands up in the air and creates this little orb. And he's going to throw the orb down the hallway at Bree. Yeah. As he runs, but it is an attack, and you took dodge. And he says, "I boil you up," and sends this orb down towards you, and it just sort of floats kind of slowly down the hallway. Like, you can see that the way he did it, he was trying to get around the corner so fast he didn't push it with as much force as I think he hoped. So kind of like a bubble, it bobs up and down, and even though you can't see it coming, it just goes right over your head and then sort of pops casually on the ceiling and drops a bunch of droplets of acid behind you, but does no damage. And then he ducks around the corner and takes cover up against the side of the wall.
May I yell out something as a reaction?
Sure.
In Draconic, I would just like to say, I will strip the flesh from your bones.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I look at the kobold that like I'm holding their hand, and I just sort of shake my head like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, he looks worried. He looks very worried. Then, and Balin, it's your turn.
I will actually use my action to cast message ahead. I don't need to be able to see Bree if I know she's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just cast message. Be like, there's apparently a very large creature that is listening out for us, so we'll need to try and keep it down. And then I'll walk with my kobold prisoner 30 feet forward.
Okay.
Good call.
and
I was going to roar very loudly.
and bring a torch with me as well, right?
Okay, great. Then it is Rowan again.
Yeah, I'm just keeping track with Valen and our little badger kobold.
Okay.
I'm just kind of keeping in line with them.
Like there's like
You just adopted this guy.
Kind of combat at the beginning, and then there's just a couple of us just like walking with this like
You just decimate a few kobolds and then adopt one.
Yeah, like it goes. Like it goes.
Star.
Every tabaxi
And Kara, you're on deck.
I'm just gonna move 30 feet up, and I'll take the dodge action.
Okay.
So I'm just moving cautiously.
Okay. So that
Yeah.
puts you pretty close to the entrance. From there, you can see inside, and you
Okay.
see in this room there are 2 cages that you can see. One of them has a wolf in it, and the other one has Sky.
Oh.
And you can see her sitting, and she's gagged.
Dog and cat.
Sorry.
Just location.
Oh yeah, just so you can see where. So the just straight ahead of him along the back wall, about 25 feet away, are the 2 cages.
Okay, cool.
And you took dodge, so then Kara, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna run in up ahead of the little cluster again here.
Okay.
I think, by the way, it's only 35 for me because I am a halfling, which makes me stubby-legged. So I only have 25.
Right, so you go 35. Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
not 40. That's
Yeah.
true. Okay, then it's Ben.
Ben is going to move his 30 feet up next to Star
Okay.
at the mouth of the entrance to the room.
Yeah.
And I'd like to do a perception check for traps.
Okay, yeah. Do a perception check.
That is bad.
Okay.
That is a 9.
9. You don't see any traps.
Cool.
Great, no traps in there.
No
Sick,
traps.
No traps at all.
Totally
Perfect.
trapless.
Excellent.
Head on in.
Going in?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Was that Dungeon Dave? Get him out of here.
Yeah, so Ben just kind of whispers to Star. He goes, I don't see any traps in there.
Okay.
Can I respond? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it's just be like, good. Yes, good work, little one. Yes.
Okay, then it's Bree.
Great. I'm going to charge into the room, into all of the traps.
Okay. So make a dex save.
Okay. I am also, seeing as I can't see anything in this room still, I assume, I'm going to be using dodge.
More
as my
like
action.
it.
Oh, you're making using dodge?
Yeah,
So
so
you can roll with
great.
advantage then?
Does dodge
Only
let you?
after you've taken dodge, which I think you have to not be moving. I'm not. Oh.
I think
You can use your action. To
Oh, yeah,
dodge.
and you
You
can
can use your action to dodge. Can you be
Dex saving
dodging
throws
while
with
you move?
Advantage.
Yeah, I think
That's
you're
what
just
I assume
moving
he was
carefully.
doing.
Right?
Yeah. So I think that gives you advantage.
Great. Because that 2 is not going to cut it.
There you go.
14.
14. Okay, so again, you find yourself moving into this room, and again, you feel your body move, and like Star and Ben, directly after you say, "I don't see any traps there," Bree pushes past you and sets off 2 traps, and they are two nets fall to the ground, and centipedes start skittering all over the place.
Oh.
You
Gross.
also get jumped
Ooh.
by 2 kobolds.
Good.
I
I needed something within range to hit.
yeah. So they've been holding until someone came through, so they're gonna make an attack. Oh my god, you basically just like hold your hands out and grab them by the faces and push them backwards as they come in with daggers. And you dodged as an action. They fucked up. There are 2. You don't get hit by any of these nets. But there are 2 swarms of centipedes in this room at your feet now.
Gross.
Yeah, that's gross. Squish them.
Not ideal.
And the kobold sorcerer is standing in the room around the corner. As he sees Bree come in, he's going to run out into the middle of the room, and you see his hands start to glow, and he points his hands at the cage with Sky in it and the cage with the wolf in it. And he says,
You stop! You stop now! I kill prisoners!
and that's going to be his turn. He's going to hold an action. You can see this spell is sort of ready to cast.
And I heard that, right?
Yeah.
Did he stay where he was?
He's in like the middle of the room now.
Yeah, in between the 2 cages?
Yeah. And Bree, actually, when you enter in here, you see there is another cage.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's no light in here.
That's right.
You see nothing.
Just having a good time in the darkness. Totally love it.
Valen, it's your turn.
So I heard that, and I will take my little prisoner another 30 feet forward. Does that get me to the doorway by any chance?
30 feet? Not to the doorway. With the torch, though, that would now bring light into the room.
Yeah, it's a little further than that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it goes to
this
here.
this was about 60.
It's an approximation.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still in Theater of the Blind. This is just for
Representation.
Cool. You
rough
would,
layout
so
representation.
you would cast light on the with your torch inside, but yeah.
Does hearing him shout that and having seen him before make him count as familiar to me?
I mean, he's definitely more distinct than the other kobolds.
Yeah, basically, could I send a message to him without being able to see him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think familiar to you is just like you've seen them before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone would be able to tell you the name of someone and you could send a message
No,
to them.
no.
But if you've seen them before, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So then, in his head, how about an exchange? Your prisoner for ours.
Make a persuasion check.
It's going to be 19.
Oh.
You hear out loud
Not here!
as he, just keeps his hands like trembling. And he's like, no moves! No moves!
That's pretty much all I can do, though.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He yells no deal. And the other kobolds get very nervous. Rowan.
So 30 feet would just get me up to where Valen is now. So I'll sprint, I guess, just so I can get to the mouth of the entrance with.
So to be able to stand there now, you'd have to go inside because there's just a cluster of people. It's still only like an 8-foot hallway here.
Right.
So to get you'd be able to go in like sort of next to Bree, but you'd be right up in combat with the kobolds on either side of Bree.
Yeah, that's fine. But it takes my action to get there, right?
If you're dashing, yeah.
Yeah, and I'd have to. So yeah, so that's where I'll run right up to that.
Unless you have a bonus action.
I have bonus actions, but I don't think I can attack with any of them.
Okay.
Yeah, my
And these
offhand
bugs are
things
just
don't
like
count.
everywhere in this entranceway right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are centipedes up in your grill there.
Some be differently though.
Yeah, they're fine. They're critters.
Star.
So I'm right at the doorway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of pause in the fighting and look at the sorcerer kobold and just say, "Listen, it's okay. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement." And then I'll take the dodge action, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna sort of show that I'm not attacking anymore, but I don't put my weapon away.
Okay. You just take like a more passive stance.
Yeah.
Okay. Karadov.
I'm just going to run up in behind the group clustered around the doorway here. And
I would also like to point out to the group that I look fucked up.
you look tired. Because we're not getting.
Oh, yeah,
flashed
right,
of
stamina.
money, right?
We're doing this.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to do the. I think a few of the rocks are hitting people. They're not. That's not like being stabbed. I'm just gonna do like you don't get run through by swords, but you do get smacked in the head real good with rocks.
A little bit dazed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some bruises are better than walking out of a fight with 13 arrows sticking out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm going to have I heard I've heard the kobold shouting down the hallway, have I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of it's concerning.
So I'm going to actually say into Star's head, I'll throw fire at him when you move if you want me to. Just signal.
Can I respond?
You can't. No, you can't.
Okay, cool.
Oh, the Ghostwise voice,
Okay.
you can't say it back?
You can talk out loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I can talk into your heads, but you would have to speak out loud.
Okay, cool.
Okay, then Ben. Are you holding that action then? Or is that an action?
I'm gonna hold.
Hold the fire? Yeah.
I mean, talking is just talking.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's not a spell. It's not like message.
No.
Okay. Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, Ben is just kind of freaked out and is kind of like his head is darting around. He's kind of looking at everybody, and I'll take the dodge action.
Okay.
And then he goes, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
So the kobolds on either side of Bree also hold, and they look like they're ready to stab. And they look down and see the kobold who's standing with you, Valen, and one of them is like,
What you doing? Come here.
and he's like,
No, I can't.
and they're all just like,
No, I can't. Stay right. What's happening?
Are they still holding hands?
Yeah,
they're he's holding Valen's hand.
yeah, that's how I'm gonna picture Valen forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well roll up a name for this kobold. He's with us.
Oh, he's coming. I'm doing everything in my power to bring him with us.
Okay.
Although I might actually, that's not true. I'm about to try to exchange him.
And then one of them, who's like,
Come get it.
he just starts going like, whoa, oh! And the centipedes climb up his body and devour him.
Oh,
And you hear like echoing down the hallway, just him going like, while they just bite him and chew him to pieces. And the other one is just going like, shh, shh, no, shh. And the centipedes are like eating him while he screams.
Oh my god.
Here.
And it is
Okay,
Bree's
then.
turn.
This
The
could-
centipedes don't have an alignment. They
Yeah.
they just roll
Yeah,
randomly.
they're not
and
part of
both
this
of them
all.
rolled
They're
the
not part
same
of this
kobold.
Mexican stand-up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is it. They play a different set of rules.
Yeah.
This Kobold Shaman is looking like real rough, hey?
He's like breathing really heavily, and he's got his robes are ripped, and he's got this little like his hat is askew, and he's just like breathing really heavy and holding his hands out.
And he's how far away from me?
He's like 15 feet.
Cool. I take a 5-foot step and throw my trident through him.
Okay. You better hit. I would say that.
That's going to be my trigger, I think, as well. Anybody moving.
You're going to throw. Okay,
Yeah.
both of you make your attacks.
Potentially sorry to the cat. That's a 21 to hit.
And a 17 to hit.
Okay. Dokie. Both of you roll damage.
Oh boy.
That's 5 damage.
That one.
5
And 3 fire damage.
and 3 fire damage. So he looks out, and he's holding his hands out, and he's just looking from person to person. And as soon as he looks away from you, you just and throw the trident.
I'm trying to
And
use the distraction of the millipedes
Screaming.
eating this guy.
Yeah, and you actually see all of them when he screams out. They all look down the hallway past all of you. And when
Behind
you
us?
throw the behind you, yeah.
Okay.
And when you throw the trident, it sticks into his chest, and he sort of falters. And you see his hands light up, and these rays of energy start shooting out and line up on Sky and the wolf as well.
No.
And then the thrown fire, just hits him in the face and catches him on fire, and he shakes for a moment and then falls backwards dead onto the ground. And the one remaining kobold with his prepared action is going to cancel it to drop his dagger, and he just goes, "Ah!"
Good job, no bosses.
And he points at the other guy who's with you, Vale, and the other guy's like,
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Hail and well met, travelers. Welcome to the end of episode 3. We did it. They beat the kobolds, and I bet everything is going to be fine forever now. Thank you so much for listening to our episode, and all of the other ones before this. Assumedly you're going in order, but maybe someone's come up with some sort of machete order for these by now. Who knows? If you enjoyed the episode and you want to help us out, please rate this on whatever podcast app you're listening to. We're on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, which I think means you should be able to find us anywhere. Are we showing up in your dreams? That's our goal. We want to get all up in those dreams. If you want to keep up on updates and extra content from us, check out our social media. We are at Wonder and Blunder on just about everything. If you search that and we're not there, we don't have it yet. And pester us to get it, and we'll do it. We are at your mercy. If you have a friend who likes Dungeons and Dragons or podcasts or storytelling or just the sound of our sweet voices, tell them about the podcast. Word of mouth is such a good way to get things around, and that would be a huge help to us, because really we don't know what we're doing. Help us. Oh God, please help us. Thank you again, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.